Look, too many people walk through life searching for shortcuts. They want comfort, the path with no obstacles. But let me tell you something. The easy road never leads anywhere worth going. When everything comes without effort, there's no growth. There's no glory in conquering what doesn't challenge you. Want a life without suffering? Stay asleep, but don't expect to be remembered. I learned early that an easy life wasn't for me. You know why? Because pain is the ultimate teacher. It's in those moments when you're on the edge, when you feel like you can't take another step. That's when you discover who you really are. That's where real life begins. The comfort zone is nothing but a beautiful prison. It feels safe, it feels good, but inside those walls, you're slowly dying. Your potential fades away a little more. Each day you choose ease over struggle. The greatest achievers in history didn't reach the top by avoiding difficulties. They ran straight toward them. Pain isn't your enemy. It's the signal that transformation is happening. It's the fire that forges something stronger from what was once weak. Without resistance, there is no strength. Without challenge, there is no triumph. Without the darkness, you'll never truly appreciate the light. I don't want comfort. Comfort kills the spirit. And easy love? That's not for me either. Easy love evaporates with the first storm. I want love that fights, that grows, that endures, because real love, like life itself, is forged in fire. And if you're not willing to fight for what you love, do you really love it at all? Easy love leaves you empty because it never tests what you're made of. It never reveals your true capacity for devotion. It's shallow water when the soul craves the depths of the ocean. And an easy death, forget about it. When my time comes, I want to know I left everything on the battlefield. That every breath I took, every drop of sweat, and every tear I shed had purpose. I want to look back and see a road marked with scars, because those scars tell the story of a life worth living. An easy death is for those who never truly lived at all. So I ask you, what do you want? A comfortable life? A love that costs nothing? A quiet death with no one to remember your name? If that's the case, this message isn't for you. But if you're still here, if you've felt that fire burning inside you, then you know you're made for more. You know there's something powerful within you that refuses to be silenced by mediocrity. You were born to leave your mark, not to simply take up space. Rise up. Embrace the difficult path. Love fiercely with everything you have. Live with purpose that wakes you before the sun. And when the end comes, make damn sure the world knows you passed through here, leaving an indelible mark that time itself cannot erase. The easy path will always be there waiting, but the path of greatness, that's reserved for those brave enough to suffer for something meaningful. Which path will you choose? Nobody's going to hand you anything on a silver platter. This life isn't a walk in the park. It's not some smooth paved road. It's a battlefield. And if you're not willing to fight for what you want, you're going to get trampled. The world doesn't owe you a thing. Nobody owes you an easy ride. If you want something, you'll have to break yourself. You'll have to bleed. You'll have to get lost in the process. But it's in that very process where you discover what you're truly made of. People complain constantly. They whine because things don't go their way. They moan because love isn't perfect. Because they don't instantly have what they want without putting in the work. And let me tell you something. Real power comes from being able to keep moving forward when everything is screaming at you to stop. Each time you fall and get back up, you rise stronger. Every time you think you can't go on but push for one more step anyway. That's what elevates you beyond mediocrity. That's what separates you from all those searching for the easy path. Life isn't easy. It never was and never will be. But what's true, what will always remain true, is that when you face difficulties head on, when you embrace pain and sacrifice instead of running from them, that's when you win. You win what truly matters. Self-respect, mental toughness, and the character that makes you unstoppable. So don't look for an easy way out. Don't settle for the minimum. Don't accept a life that doesn't challenge your soul, that doesn't make you jump out of bed each morning with a clear mission burning in your heart. Don't settle for love that doesn't make you feel alive, that doesn't push you to give your absolute best. And never ever settle for a quiet death, because a quiet death means you never truly lived with every fiber of your being. The greatest tragedy isn't failing. It's never trying at all. It's dying with potential still locked inside you. It's reaching the end wondering, what if I had pushed harder? Don't let that be your story. Make your life a testament to courage, to resilience, to the unbending will to face whatever comes your way. Do the hard things, the intense things, the great things, because when all is said and done, the only thing that remains is what you did, what you built, what you left behind. And I, just like you, don't want to be forgotten. I want them to know that when I passed through this world, I left a mark so deep, they can never erase it. When everything in your body screams for you to stop, when your mind whispers that you've done enough, that's the defining moment when you decide who you really are. And let me tell you something, you're not like the rest. You weren't born to stay down. You were born to rise again and again, to show the world that no matter how hard they hit you, you always come back stronger. The problem with people who chase what's easy is they never experience true victory. They never know what it feels like to give everything, to stand at the edge of the abyss and still find a way to climb. These people live their lives in the shadows, with an emptiness they can never fill. But you're not that person. You're the one who embraces the struggle. You understand that growth happens in discomfort. You know that real strength isn't measured on your best days. It's forged in your darkest moments when giving up would be so easy. The fire inside you wasn't meant to be a gentle flame. It was meant to be a raging inferno that consumes obstacles and lights up the sky. Let it burn. Let it guide you through the darkness. Let it transform you into someone even you never thought you could become. This is your one shot at life. There are no do-overs, no second chances once it's done. Make it count in ways that echo through time. Make your mark so deep that generations will know your story. You're the type who prefers scars over pristine skin, because each scar is evidence that you tried, that you faced the impossible and kept going. Look, people will call you crazy. They'll tell you you're going overboard, that the effort isn't worth it. But these people don't understand what it means to truly live. They don't know what it feels like to burn from within, with a purpose so great you can't extinguish it. You're not here to please anyone. You're not here to fit in. You're here to break the molds, to challenge expectations, to prove that what seemed impossible was just the beginning. Make every single day count. There's no time for excuses, no time for regrets. If today were your last day, could you look back and say you lived fully? If not, what are you waiting for? Take control of your life. Do the hard work. Face the pain, because that pain is the price you pay for greatness. And remember this, when the end comes, there are no second chances, no time to say, I wish I had tried harder. The moment is now. Your opportunity is right here. Don't let life pass you by while you're sitting around waiting for something easy. Stand up, shatter your limits, and shout to the world that you came here to win. Because an easy life, easy love, and an easy death were never for you. You were born to fight. You were born to conquer. Now go do it. No excuses, no doubts, no retreat. This is your battlefield, not your playground. This is where champions are made, in the struggle, in the sweat, in the moments when everyone else would quit. The fire that tests you today is the same fire that will illuminate your legacy tomorrow. Let it burn through you. Let it transform you into something unstoppable, something legendary. The world doesn't need more people who took the safe route. It needs those rare few who dared to walk through fire, who chose the hard path and showed others what's possible when you refuse to settle for average.